So let's talk about Culture 201. The Culture series is one of my favorite series because we get to work on the Giant Atlas project, which I'll show you in just a minute. So in Culture for the 12 quarters, here's a quick overview. The first 6 quarters are world geography. By the end of the 6 quarters, which on our standard schedule takes 2 years, your child will be able to label every country in the world on a blank map, as well as all of the United States. So that's really fun. If that sounds crazy or impossible to you, don't worry. We do it with games and songs. The song is actually the critical component of this. We do it with the Giant Atlas project, which I'll show you in a second. And then we do it with a computer lesson. So it's actually a lot of fun. Your child will really enjoy making a giant atlas. And I will show you some of the different tools that we use to learn geography. The next 6 quarters, so quarters 7 through 12, are world history. So before we get down to just studying U.S. history and more like current events and that kind of thing, we start with the larger perspective. So world geography, where everything is, and then world history on top of that, and then narrowing our focus down a little bit more to our own society. And so if you're in a different place, then when you get to the next series, instead of doing U.S. history and U.S. culture, you'll want to do whatever is appropriate for your area. But we're doing the knowledge series right now, so it's world geography, world history. It applies to everybody, so it's nice and easy, okay? So I'm actually going to show you the hands-on part first. What you'll be making is a giant atlas. I'm actually going to back up so you can see this better. It is made out of sheets of, what do you call this? Poster board, folded in half. If you don't have any right now and you're home for the coronavirus, please don't go out and get some. You don't need it right now. You can tape all this together later, okay? So we just taped it together at the seams with some duct tape. We have white duct tape on hand for this one. And there we go. So we're going to be doing starting with the world map first. And then you'll go through and each quarter you'll make one map. So this is the map. This is the world map right here. And you can see the red lines on it are for the equator and the prime meridian. And this student also started putting some string on for major rivers, some blue string, and some blue glitter glue for some of the major lakes and things like that. The student did not finish this project. It was my own child. That's okay. All right, sometimes you don't finish everything you start, and life will go on. And then as you go through here, you're going to do a different continent for each one. So also this term we'll be working on the Middle East. We'll have a song to learn all the countries in the Middle East. There's a lot of water involved. There's a lot of blue coloring. That's a great way to keep your child busy for a while. Then we'll do Africa next term, all 55 countries of Africa. And you probably can't see this from here, but all the countries are labeled. That's really the main thing we're working on, is labeling the countries. But the computer lessons do cover quite a bit of geography also. So it's nice to be able to do some of that too. So let's find another one that's a little written on. Here's the one for North America. We did Canada, the United States, and Mexico. We did the United States in the most detail because that's where we happen to live. So we labeled all the individual states and the rivers and mountains and that type of thing. All right, so that gives you an idea for the Giant Atlas project. It's one of my favorite projects. Again, remember today, if you don't have a big sheet of poster board, do not go get any. All you're going to do is print these 4 sheets of paper right here that has the world map on it, and we'll start working on the continents on here, okay? So you'll work on the continents with your child. You can color each one a different color and that type of thing. But let me also show you some of the cool online resources that you'll be using in addition to our online lessons on OnSchooler. All right, so the first resource that we love is the Owl and Mouse map puzzles. They have ones for the US and for the whole world. So you'll go down here into Asia and find the Middle East map puzzle. And we're going to do it with the countries, the easy version, definitely the easy version at first. So it shows you a country down here and you just drag and drop it into the place it goes. This one says Saudi Arabia, this one says Jordan. And so it's fun because it's an interactive map puzzle that you can use. It is easier with a mouse than with a mouse pad. So you can go ahead and grab all of these and drag them in here. So let your child play around with this for a while. And then let's talk about the hard version of this game. Just go back here. It's got a lot of ads on this page, so just try not to click on those. Middle East map puzzle, countries hard, Bahrain, I don't know, like right here, I don't know, nope. Cyprus, Iran, nope, right over here, okay. And if you get it kind of close, like if you're like, okay, I know Iraq fits right here, but if you're a little bit off, then it just goes away. You did not get that one. Okay, so you find all the countries. I would practice it with the easy version first to learn the names of them and where they are. Where's Syria go? Somewhere around here. Ah, no. All right, Jordan, that goes on the other side of this river. Anyways, that's our first one. Your child will be better at it than I am very soon. That'll be great. All right, the second resource is Google Earth. It's a really great program, so you can spin the whole Earth around from a really far out distance. And then we're working on the Middle East specifically, so I'm going to zoom in here. And you can see these countries right here. You can see both the physical and the political geography on here at the same time. And it has a lot of different features. So again, set your child loose. It's a lot of fun. You can learn about each of the countries because on the lessons it's going to go through each one individually. So I think Turkey is probably at the beginning. So you can click on Turkey, for example, and it will give you more information. You can do all kinds of cool interactive with things with this. You can find out places you might want to go in Turkey, like Istanbul. And it has pictures of them. Turkey has some really interesting geography. Check this out. All right, so in addition to the online lessons, you'll be making that giant atlas project. You'll be working on the map puzzle with Owl and Mouse, and then you'll be doing some Google Earth playing around too. So make it fun, make it your own, do what you want to do it. Remember, we're starting with the continents first, which will also match up with what we're doing in the science lessons, because we're going to be working on, the whole Earth and figuring out seasons and how we go around the sun and that type of thing. And then we'll be narrowing down to the Middle East for the rest of the lessons this term. Then we'll have Africa, Asia, Europe, North America, and South America. And then 1 year at Christmas, your child can sing all the countries in the world for the grandparents, and they will be very impressed.